All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Mr. Amos, it's been a while. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Thank you for joining today's market color recap session. So this session is going to be quite short, very straight to the point. If you happen to miss the first session where we did a detailed breakdown of what we're looking for on commodity currencies and indices, do well to watch the last video under the live section of our YouTube page. So this is just to see what price has done so far from the levels that we had initially marked out. Now look at AUD/USD on quick rundown. H4, we saw sunshine printed, so we expected a temporal sell. A temporal sell into what levels? We had different points of interest that we had marked out. Point of interest 1, 0.64994, point of interest 2, 0.65341, and our third point of interest is right here. Go ahead and adjust that, 0.65129. So we're saying we're expecting price to temporarily sell into these zones, and then we'll start to look for buy opportunities. However, if price happens to sell into these zones and takes out these levels, then we're looking for new sell opportunities that will eventually create a new sunshine on the opposite direction. Basically meaning that people who took profit from the sell retracement are now taking their profit again. So a new sunshine will be printed. So you can see that these zones are still very much holding. We are still waiting to see what price will do. This zone almost got triggered, but it didn't trade fully into it. This is about very tiny pip movement, just 3 pips before price started to buy. And from what could have said as our point of interest, or rather from where price triggered to where it currently is, AUD/USD has now done 20 pips. But we're still waiting to see, would expect or we prefer a deeper retracement for us to now start saying, okay, if this points of interest are going to hold, buy opportunity. If they get violated, a new or continuation of sales, still a new sunshine is printed on the opposite direction. Similar to that, let's look at NZD/USD. What did we see here? Sunshine printed, so we expected this sell opportunities, right? Go on H1. And on H1, what are we doing here? Mark out this zone, mark out this zone. So POI1, POI2, and points of interest 3. And now the levels we're now watching out for. So price is already reacting from one of our points of interest. Sunshine printed, temporary retracement. The buy is now looking like it's been triggered. If this zone holds, we're going to see a continuation of NZD/USD buy into our next point of interest, which would be in between these 2 points of interest. However, if this zone now eventually gets broken through and we see more sell opportunities, then we know where we're going to be targeting next. And we're going to continue selling until we see a new sunshine printed. So what will now make us take these trades is to wait for confirmations. These confirmations have not fully hit yet, hence why we're still, talking about this. So we're still waiting. Bias has not changed. My bias has not changed. And then finally for USD card, from the H4 time frame, sunshine printed, we expected these temporal buys, currently approaching our point of interest on H1. So I'm going to just adjust this because after closing the chart, our levels got messed up. So POI1, POI2. So POI1, POI2, and POI3 are now the points of interest, right? And this is triggered. So 1.40120 is already selling, triggered, provided it meets confirmations on the lower time frames. Now on the M5, USD card is looking like it's just going to continue selling from where it currently is. We want to see more break of structures. Going back to H4 to have a better picture, you'd see that a new sunshine has not been printed yet. So it is possible we see even more push, a little bit more push, till a new sunshine, indicating that people who were taking this retracement have taken profit from the market, and then we'll be expecting the move to now continue fully. So yes, if you also happen to miss the analysis session on indices, just go back on the last video, watch how that was also analyzed and see the levels that were marked out there to take advantage of the analysis section. This is pretty much it for this recap session. So thank you for joining. If you happen to have any question, let me know and I'll do well to answer questions related to commodity currencies, and I'll answer them before we pretty much call it a wrap to reconvene tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. All right. Once again, thank you so much for joining. Do well to join us tomorrow by 8:30 a.m. on the dot as we look at other asset classes as well. With that being said, do have an amazing trading day and trading week. See you next time. Cheers and God bless.